and welcome to the story finale of Vampire Hunter D. We have entered into the passage behind Carmilla's portrait, ready to take down Meier Link at last and to take Charlotte back to her home.
I will take your word for it.
Well, I see a first floor, I see a third floor, but where's the ground floor?
In Europe, where this takes place. Actually, wait, you're in Europe. Shit! I can't make that joke.
No, it's good. It's good. We don't have second floors here. It's blasphemous.
Oh my god.
Meier Link.
He got caught in the spider's web.
It's still not too late.
I mean, it's a very special new kind of ergonomic way to sleep. Like, you haven't heard about it before.
Right?
Who did that?
With a huge stake through your chest. Oh, so comfortable.
Acupuncture. Never heard of that?
She promised us.
Apparently, they didn't do a very good job with the stake through the heart.
I mean, you hear a lot about how, like, trepanning worked a whole lot of good back in the, like, Dark Ages, so why not, like, trepan, like, other parts of your body?
Right, of course.
That may be.
Like, you got Crohn's disease, just jam a stake in there.
Peaceful home at last.
Chorps, this game is based off of a movie that was based off of a novel, right?
Such as you.
Yes.
Was there ever a novelization of this game?
No.
Okay. They didn't want it to go full circle.
Right. Anyways, we're just gonna leave you there, buddy.
They didn't re-release the novel and say based off the hit video game.
That would have been really good. Unfortunately, the English translation didn't come out, I feel like, for like a decade after this game. Really missed out on that, like, cross-promotion.
Which offered us a ship to get to the city of the night.
What is her real motive?
She needs the blood.
I'm just gonna walk around and basically not look at you while you're dying.
I mean, it's kind of like when you see someone who's, like, in mortal pain, you're just kind of like, you gotta avert your eyes.
I mean, it also does not look like Meier Link is looking at D also. Also, D just teleported, I guess.
I beg you, please save Charlotte.
I guess I will get the other $500,000 if I save her.
My job.
You must go to Carmilla's room. Her body is sealed in the...
I think this is the most direction we've gotten in the game throughout the entire playthrough.
It feels like the story has started.
And so, Meier Link's fine. Don't have to really worry about him. We have to worry about our Mark, because we won't get paid if we can't save her.
Just standing directly on his nuts. You okay, buddy? I wonder if that werewolf's still waiting in the courtyard for you.
Well, looks like someone else was waiting for us instead.
Yes, this weird blob of red and yellow. There we go.
Why are you so eager to help the humans?
Ah, geez, my telling her to leave her alone didn't work? Ugh. I hate when my job has to turn to murder.
Treat you with hatred and disgust. Aren't you tired of it?
Well, that's because you didn't have enough points in your charisma.
Oh, that's my problem. I wasn't wearing the right accessories.
Hunter.
I needed Benge's cloak.
More than livestock.
I think I finally realized what my problem with Carmilla's design is. It's basically she's a sorceress from Final Fantasy VIII, and I cannot take it seriously.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how much of Adia is in Carmilla's design, given that they are effectively concurrent characters.
I will awaken your true self.
Wizards in the 90s just loved putting dumb buns on their hair.
Accept your own fate and return to
And
the
just
dark.
huge slits down their chest.
Well, yeah, that was really the decade of the sexy wizards.
It has never been the decade of the sexy wizard. They keep trying to make it so, but...
I'm far more powerful than you once her spirit returns to her body.
And so, it's time for the final conflict. Unless you didn't kill Mashira!
Hey, you asshole!
I have been waiting for hours now. I have been wanting to show you my cool transformation.
I'm really sad. I was hoping in this, like, alternate route he would just fist fight you in his human form.
It's like, there's no moon here, I can't do this. And so, if you left Mashira at the altar, you have to face him down now.
And the fight is basically exactly the same as before, then?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. There's no difference, it just happens here instead.
Cool.
So there are no speedrun strats to just skip him?
No, you have to fight him one way or another.
It's a really important plot point that you fight this werewolf, I guess.
Oh, well, the Sword of Damocles missed. I guess we had nothing to worry about after all.
Whoops.
The sword of that cursed king of the vampires. Oh, what a wonderful feeling.
Charlotte, get down from there. I need to save you.
Now that's a kind of ergonomic bed I could get into.
Yeah, she seems to really get it, unlike Meier Link. Oh my god.
It's a standard enemy from Symphony of the Night, oh no!
And so, welcome to the final boss. It's Carmilla.
Oh no, this character model where some of the polygons are just kind of fucked up and clipping through the terrain.
So, in this first section of the fight, she has a number of attacks, but the main focus is when she throws out one of her arms, I guess. We have to swing our sword at it. Otherwise, she is invincible.
Cool.
So the laser antenna are entirely random, so you can go an entire cycle with just never getting hit by them. Like, they kind of just bounce off the wall, kind of like a screensaver.
Yeah, it's like you're playing a really complicated game of Quicks.
Yeah.
So, did this happen in the OVA?
No, absolutely not. Not even a little bit. Like, she does come back to life to fight you, but she does not, like, turn into a parasite. Like, she kind of turns into, like, sort of like a blood demon, by which I mean a demon made of blood. But, like, again, nothing like this happens.
Did you cut off one of her arms already?
Yes, so it takes 3 hits to cut off an arm. And otherwise, you're just blocking the, like, this little, like, underground attack, which sort of slowly follows you and your
Very
path.
slowly. By the time you end that circle, like, you can't even see it.
Well, some of that's the camera, too, so... We also have this attack, which just kind of does... Which kind of just sets up, like, mines. Like, you just have to make sure not to run into them before they run out. And then you slashed her arm. Well, doesn't give you a lot of time, but gives you plenty of chances.
Okay.
Maybe not enough chances.
There we go.
Plenty of chances. So, welcome to the second phase of the fight. The easiest way to handle it is just to stand right in front of her. You can block these black orbs with your cape, like you can block all projectiles. And the, like, electric orb that sends down, I think just, like, restricts movement, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess if you're just blocking, like, can't really stop that.
Yeah, like, if you don't move, then it doesn't matter that you can't move.
So this is the final boss, huh? Because this feels more like a boss towards the middle of the game.
No, this is the final boss. This is Carmilla. This is the true villain of the story.
Are you sure that werewolf guy wasn't supposed to be the final boss?
Pretty sure. So, in this one, her lasers do, like, aim for you, but again, like, the benefit of just being up front and immediately being able to attack kind of supersedes the idea that you would want to, like, dodge any of the attacks.
I mean, at least the other bosses so far have had you running around in circles and, like, actually doing stuff.
Right. It's just pressure.
And also they had CG cutscenes.
She had a CG cutscene.
Yeah, she shot out of the coffin.
And
Look at her death. Look at her death animation. It's great.
It is most certainly an animation.
It's no wolf head pushing out of your belly button.
I mean, what is, though?
But you're gonna get a bad rank at the end of the game, right?
Yeah, I get paid less somehow. Even though I already got paid up front.
Strong.
It's like the end of Star Fox. Oh, it's a high price, but it's worth it. Oh no, my butt!
It's been sealed.
The soul.
Absolutely no movement, no display of emotion.
Vampire king and a human.
Talk to the hand.
Oh god.
Well, that was the worst thing I've seen all week.
That is very similar to the movie. It's just like, you're stronger than I imagined. Are you the son of the Vampire King? And then he just eats her.
Okay, goodbye.
Like, that's our mark, right? That's who we have to save, and we're just like, whatever. Honestly, I'm over it.
I mean, she clearly does not want to be saved, so...
For this to happen to you.
I mean, she said it over and over, but I guess I really got it now.
I have no regrets. I am happy. Even if it was for just a short while, dreaming of the trip to the farthest stars with you.
But I guess I always knew SpaceX was going to fail.
Get you there.
Meier.
So this is all set up for Vampire Hunter D2 Vampires on Mars, right?
Yeah, 100%. Well, nothing left here.
So now you do the final sweep of the castle, collecting all the collectibles and all the files and stuff.
Yeah. We've got 40 more minutes of that. And so Layla saves us once again.
Don't you regret leaving me behind?
Why didn't you just shoot that lady when she was next to her, though? Were they just standing in the same room for like 20 minutes waiting for D?
Like, sounds like something's really going on back there, but I don't want any part of it.
Your journey ends here. Leave her here.
Look, I promised her a very nice date to the moon, and we are going.
But don't forget.
I have these tickets, and they are not refundable.
He was like, "You want the moon, Charlotte? I'll wrap a rope around the moon."
Then
Fucking Appalachian vampire lord.
that's all.
He just leaves her there, takes off in the rocket, and her body's completely burnt to a crisp by the exhaust.
And so we have one last fight against Meier Link to close out the story.
Why?
Also, does this then establish that stakes to the heart does absolutely fucking nothing?
Well, it was more of a stake to his liver.
Right? So he can't drink anymore.
I guess.
any of his vampire beers. But we're having this last fight because we still need to bring Charlotte back to get the extra money.
But she's dead.
Look, Dee never fails a job. Also, look, a new attack!
Her dad was like, I want my daughter back, dead or alive.
He also has bombs that he can throw now, and he has a shockwave when he teleports. So he's got, like, several new moves that he's been saving for just such an occasion.
I love this sad music. Like, this is supposed to be like an emotional boss fight.
But literally, we've spent 0 time with Meier Link. Like, I get it, right? You love your girlfriend, but, like, calm down now.
I'm so sad. Remember that time we pulled a stake out of his heart? Memories.
And he said, I just want to get married on the damn moon.
Remember when we tried to cut off his rat tail, and he was like, no, it makes me look so cool.
My job is done.
Remember when we'd kick his chair when we were in class together?
Tortured and killed. The vampire and the woman. I'll take this ring to her father.
And so, Dee learned compassion thanks to the power of love.
So why did we do the boss fight?
We needed a way to get to Charlotte so we could take her ring.
Just gotta show him
So we
who's
had to
boss.
incapacitate Meier Link. Yeah, also that. Like, you know, some of it is like to kind of build up their just like, oh, I had this really hard fight against Meier Link and killed him, but Charlotte was already dead.
Yes,
Or was she?
Meier. Together. Forever.
They're gonna be sick of each other within a year.
These kind of vampire romances never last.
Yeah, infatuation doesn't last, buddy.
I think you mean imbatuation.
Are you gonna let them go? Wait! I'll come with you!
No, Dee, you were right. I'm sorry for doubting you.
God, Layla really is just a scrappy do of this story.
That's so mean!
Do you think she's gonna change the name of the company to the Marcus Sisters?
Maybe.
Oh, she's way into pro unicycling.
She's gonna start the new Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Come on! Fly!
I do want them to escape now. This is like the end of Super Metroid when you save the animals.
It's just like that.
Oh, I almost killed the animals.
And it explodes.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you kill the animals in Super Metroid.
Wait, did she actually say something there, or did you just put in a subtitle?
She said something.
She was like, hey, Dee, you want to go get some drinks and smooch?
And so, welcome to the end of Vampire Hunter D for the PlayStation 1 with the best ending.
Wait, what was with the parentheses next to the writer?
It might be like his publisher name.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that's the end of Vampire Hunter D. How does everyone feel about this video game?
Man, but I remember by the end of the first video, I was very optimistic about it. It seemed pretty cool and like pretty ambitious with all of the like alternate stuff. And then it kind of just went nowhere with it.
I think this game... I feel weirdly about this game. Like, I feel there are cool bits of it, but I also feel a big problem with it is that it kind of tries to be too Resident Evil-y for the kind of game it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
I give it a Vampire Hunter D+.
Yeah, I think it's a very ambitious game. I think it
Yeah.
tries to do a
Wait,
lot
they
and
recorded
sort of
this
like,
all at the post office?
man, no wonder everyone sounded like they were half-assing it. It was in between jobs.
Oh man.
But like, it tried to do a lot, and like, it didn't succeed because I feel like just the format that they chose, and definitely like the timing of the release, did not benefit what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely feels like they want to create a Devil May Cry for the PS1.
But also, like, all of the traversing between rooms, like, the fact that there were so many, like, hallway sections in between, like, it almost felt like they maybe at some point wanted to do almost sort of a, like, Metroidvania kind of thing of just, okay, now you get to move between different areas because you've learned different things or whatever, but everything was just the same.
It really makes you appreciate Resident Evil 1 and 2.
Yeah, because the issue is that you never learn anything new, right? You always have the same moveset, so going to new places doesn't, like, give you anything cool except for more content.
Yeah, and the more content all looked the same, too.
And, like, for all that, like, I still really, I was excited to play the next segment every time I was playing through this. Like, something in me was just like, oh, this is, like, neat only because it is interesting and not because it's good.
Much like Charlotte, kidnapped by the vampire, slowly fell in love with him.
It's just that, it's just the beautiful charm of D. But yeah, like, it's not a good game, but I think it's interesting, and I think it's something that, like, is worth looking at because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly the best Vampire Hunter D game.
Oh, absolutely,
I
without
don't
question.
know. We're still gonna release R1.
And we finally put together our RPG Maker Vampire Hunter D game.
In this one, you can smooch Meier Link.
Ooh, and left hand.
No. I'm leaving the development team.
Cowards.
And join us next time as we explore...
Join us next time!
Oh! For the alternate endings.